Welcome, everyone. As senior architects, we know that standard profiling tools often introduce a performance tax that can skew our data, especially in high-throughput environments. Today, we are diving deep into the world of eBPF and KProbes to achieve high-fidelity application profiling. Traditional sampling methods often miss the microbursts or kernel-level latencies that define modern distributed systems. By leveraging eBPF, we move away from intrusive sidecars and heavy agents toward a model where the kernel itself provides the insights. This approach allows us to maintain less than 1% CPU overhead while capturing deep system call patterns. We will explore how to implement these probes to gain a granular view of execution paths, ensuring our global scaling efforts are backed by precise, real-world telemetry rather than statistical guesswork. To master KProbes, we must first understand the eBPF runtime environment. Unlike traditional kernel modules, eBPF programs are verified for safety before execution, preventing kernel panics or infinite loops. This sandboxed environment allows us to run custom code in response to events like system calls or network packets. The JIT, or just-in-time, compiler translates our bytecode into machine-specific instructions for near-native performance. For infrastructure engineers, this means we can instrument the kernel on the fly without rebooting or recompiling. We are essentially turning the Linux kernel into a programmable observability engine, allowing for dynamic inspection of application behavior at the lowest possible layer of the stack.
KProbes, or kernel probes, are the specific mechanism we use to break into any kernel routine. When a kprobe is registered, it replaces the instruction at a specific address with a breakpoint. When execution hits that point, the eBPF program is triggered. This allows us to inspect registers, function arguments, and return values. For profiling, we can track exactly how much time is spent in I/O operations or context switching. While uprobes handle user space functions, KProbes give us the visibility into the syscalls that underpin our application's performance. This distinction is vital when debugging tail latency issues that occur deep within the networking or file system subsystems of a global-scale architecture.
High-fidelity data is useless if we cannot transport it efficiently to user space. This is where BPF maps come into play. Instead of streaming every event, which would flood our I/O, we use maps to aggregate data directly within the kernel. For instance, we can maintain a hash map of function execution times, updating it in place every time a kprobe fires. Our user space agent then periodically pulls these maps. This architecture is crucial for high-availability systems where we might have thousands of instances. By summarizing data in kernel, we reduce the data transfer volume by orders of magnitude, ensuring that our monitoring infrastructure doesn't become the bottleneck in our scaling strategy. When implementing a KProbe profiler, we follow a structured loop. First, we define the hook points. Common syscalls like sysread or syswrite are frequent targets. Next, we write the eBPF C code to capture timestamps using the BPF ktime getNS function. We store the delta between the entry and return of the function in a map. This gives us a latency distribution. For a senior architect, the goal is to integrate this into a CI/CD pipeline, where canary deployments are automatically profiled. If a new code change increases sysread latency by more than 5 milliseconds on average, the deployment can be auto-rolled back before it affects global traffic. Latency numbers tell us what happened, but stack traces tell us why. eBPF allows us to capture the entire kernel and user space call stack at the moment a kprobe is triggered. We use BPF stack trace maps to store these frames efficiently. For a complex Java or Go application, mapping these addresses back to human-readable function names requires a symbol table, or JIT dump. By correlating the low-level kprobe data with these stack traces, we can build flame graphs that show exactly which code path is consuming resources. This depth of visibility is what separates high-fidelity profiling from basic health checks, allowing engineers to pinpoint lock contention or inefficient garbage collection cycles. A primary concern for any infrastructure engineer is the observer effect. To mitigate this, we must optimize our eBPF programs. Every instruction in our probe adds nanoseconds to the syscall execution. We must minimize helper function calls and avoid complex logic inside the probe. In our testing, a well-optimized KProbe profiler adds roughly 100 to 200 nanoseconds per call. In a system handling 100,000 syscalls per second, this adds up to only 2% of a single CPU core's capacity. This is significantly lower than the 15 to 20% overhead seen with ptrace-based tools or heavy application-level wrappers. We must monitor our probe execution time using BPF tool to ensure we stay within our performance budget.
With great power comes the need for robust security. Since eBPF runs in kernel space, we must strictly control who can load these programs. On modern Linux kernels, the KPBPF and KPerfmon capabilities are required. Furthermore, the eBPF verifier acts as a gatekeeper, ensuring that probes cannot read sensitive memory outside of their scope or cause system instability. For architects, implementing a secure pipeline means signing eBPF objects and using a centralized controller to deploy them across the fleet. This ensures that only verified, audited profiling code is running on production servers, maintaining the integrity of our high-availability environments. When scaling to thousands of nodes across multiple regions, we cannot look at individual server logs. We need a centralized observability platform. Our eBPF agents on each node push aggregated data from BPF maps to a central time series database like Prometheus or a specialized vector database. By using a consistent tagging strategy, labeling data with region, cluster, and service ID, we can perform global analysis. We can compare the performance of Service A in US East versus EU West using the exact same KProbe metrics. This consistency is vital for identifying regional performance regressions that might be caused by differences in underlying hardware or kernel versions.
Implementing high-fidelity profiling with eBPF and KProbes represents a paradigm shift in how we build and maintain scalable systems. We are moving from black box monitoring to crystal box visibility. As we have seen, the ability to instrument the kernel with minimal overhead allows us to make data-driven decisions that were previously impossible. Whether you are optimizing for millisecond tail latencies or managing global infrastructure, mastering these tools is essential for the modern senior architect. The future of observability is in-kernel, programmable, and highly precise. Start by identifying your most critical syscalls and begin your journey into the deep system insights that only eBPF can provide.